What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dylan Wildman of Odd Life Entertainment. This is the Odd Squad Podcast, episode 4. I'm here with your boy Okwerdz. What's up, bro?
What's good, buddy? Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Super excited to get this one out. So I know my community somewhat knows you through the Twitch and through us kind of connecting that way, but I don't know you originally that way. So let's let them know where you come from and what you do, my friend.
Well, I pretty much rap for a living for like 20 years. Over 20 years. I guess mainly known through like rap battles and just making music in general. Touring, going viral on the internet, things of that nature. That's pretty much what I've been doing for most of my life.
Yeah. I think the first time I came across you was probably Scribble Jam. So you've been in the game
right.
a hell of a long time. And you were one person that I was super fond of, and I think a lot of people that were watching Battlerap in that day and age were really into your style.
Right.
What are some of the changes around Battlerap from those times to now? I know you're not as involved anymore, but what are some of the things that you've seen happen in Battlerap that are kind of going in a good direction?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about from when you first saw me at Scribble Jam, a whole lot. First of all, there's not a beat anymore. It's not really freestyle. You have, instead of, going to a tournament, not knowing who you're going to battle, you could battle like 5-6 people in a night for, $100,000.
Yeah.
To knowing who you're going to battle like months in advance and, getting paid just to show up regardless if you win or not, And there's no beat, so there's like, there's no time for bullshit, like if, in the freestyle battles, I could say one good line, and while the crowd is cheering, I could say literally anything.
Filler.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, you're not really rapping while the crowd's going crazy nowadays. You're waiting, and you're under a microscope. You can't mess with a single syllable of anything that you're saying. So, there's a lot of changes, and each era had its pros and cons.
For sure.
But I think it's in a really good place right now.
I agree as a whole. I feel like one thing that kind of pushed me away from the Battlerap is the long rounds, for sure. Like, I was much more into the 90-second.
Right.
There was a lot less filler material, I find, back. There was a point in Battlerap, in my opinion, where it completely hit that peak, and it was like, I think there's a lot of opportunities open now.
Right.
Who would be your top 5 people to recommend to someone to watch that isn't a battle rapper to get them into the scene?
Well, I guess it would have to be somebody current for right now, if you're going to get into it right now. Who I really like, obviously, Disaster. Hollow the Dawn. Pass, Immaculate.
Yep.
I really like them. I really like Rum Nitty, or Ines is one of my favorites. Those guys are all good.
Yeah,
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus is an absolute legend. What are your thoughts on when celebrities get into the ring? I know we've seen it quite a few times, and a lot of the times it doesn't quite go as planned.
Yeah, it never really seems to go well for these guys. I think the only one that really came close is Cassidy. He's had a couple, all right performances. But for the most part, it doesn't go well because it's just such a different ballpark, different arena. When you're an artist used to doing concerts and all these people just singing along with your words and stuff, and like paying money to see you to sing along with you, it's very different to a competitive situation where people don't want you to win.
No,
they don't know any of the words that you're saying because it's brand new stuff. It's not like a song where like you got backup vocals or a hype man. You could mess up a word here and there. It's not really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Or have the crowd say it with you or whatever the case may be. In a rap battle, it's like you wrote this material for one-time usage.
Yeah, and I feel like people don't understand. Like, you're putting mixtapes worth of material into a battle to never use it again.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like stand-up comedy, people use the same jokes everywhere. Sometimes you'll pick up like a I picked up a Dave Chappelle DVD like many years ago. I had seen Dave Chappelle live. It's all the jokes I already heard when I saw him in person. You know what I mean? Which is, no slight to Dave Chappelle. That's just how it goes.
No, that's
stand-up comedy.
The
But Battlerap, you can't do it. It's highly frowned upon to
Oh, and I've seen people get frowned upon even for using their battle bars in music, even, right? Like, you can't even recycle to that point. So that's super. And I feel like a lot of people just don't understand that the amount of time and effort that people are putting into these, especially when you get into those longer rounds that people are doing now. That's a whole tape of material.
It's the whole performance. It's not just writing it, but you have to memorize it. There's a deadline. You have to polish the performance aspect of it, and you have to mix it in with dealing with the live element of the crowd that can throw you off, or the other rapper, what they do can influence how you feel during all that. So there's a lot of elements to it, and that's really hard for somebody who's been in the industry just having people love them all the time. So they've had no adversity with someone standing in their face screaming at them. So it's a lot harder for mainstream artists to get into.
Well, and I feel like there's a lot of PR backlash too, right? So if someone like Drake was to come step in the ring and do a battle against someone and then loses, well, we get that, like, yeah, he's gonna lose. You're against people who do this for a living, but the fans are like now like, oh, well, he lost. Like, so I feel like there's a lot of PR there to that as well. Let us know a bit about your music, because I know you've worked with some absolute legends in the hip hop world with music as well, like E40, Method Man, Tech, all those guys. So let them know a bit about your music and where that kind of is going and where that came about. What some of your best music that you think people should look up is?
Yeah, man, I've been making music, like I said, for like 20 years or something like that. Along with, about the same time I've been battling, basically. But, we've worked with all those people that you mentioned. Cool G Rap, Slug Atmosphere, Mr. Fab, etc. All types of different people. Got music videos, things of that nature. I mean, you can search into stuff on YouTube, or we're on like all the streaming platforms and whatnot. The latest thing that I released was Know Me Like That. This is actually the cover behind me. Song with Method Man. We did a music video. It's probably the best song of my career.
It slaps. That's
I appreciate that, dude. You can, we just got the vinyl made, a special edition color vinyl that we're going to be releasing very soon. They just arrived like a couple weeks ago, so we're preparing the online store for that release and everything. So that'll be coming really soon.
Hell yeah, that's super dope. Yeah, I've been following your music for quite some time as well. It's super cool to see people, like, the battle scene over the last, especially I would say 10 years, has really kind of flown into mainstream, and a lot of people have connected. So that's super cool to see. You see events and now, and you see a lot of celebrities at them, and you see a lot of people hanging out. So that's super cool. What brought you onto Twitch? Because I found you just randomly. I was just scrolling people's streams, and you came up, and I was like, whoa, Okwerdz, let's get it.
Honestly, man, I gotta give the credit to my boy Caustic. Another battle rapper. He had posted something on social media that he was playing Resident Evil Remake on Twitch, and I had never really heard of Twitch, but I wanted to watch him play the game because I liked the game. And as soon as I saw it, as soon as I opened it up and watched what he was doing, I was like, wow, this is... I was like, I want to do this. It was immediately wanted to do it. And so, I started doing it.
Were you always a big gamer? Like, is that something that you were always into?
I think when I was younger, like maybe a little bit in high school, but mainly way before high school, like when I was a younger kid with like NES, Super Nintendo, arcades. I went to a lot of arcades as a kid and was like really into fighting games and things of that nature. But
hell yeah,
for many years I didn't play video games at all, and then kind of Twitch thing kind of really reignited my love for video games.
That's crazy. So then what made you get into the speedrunning aspect? Because I feel like that's such a hardcore base of the gaming industry.
It actually started, I was going to do a race with a rapper. On Twitch. We were going to race. This was before I ever speedran anything. We were going to do a race on the original Mega Man game and just see who could beat the game faster. We were going to have like a double screen and all of this, and it's just like going to be a race. And in preparation for that, I was decent at the game as a kid, as a casual player or whatever, but I just wanted to see, I didn't want to look stupid. So I tried to like look up like the world record of Mega Man, and I came across my boy Cool Kid, who's the best in the world at Mega Man. And I saw the world record. I just wanted to see like what do they do to play the game. And I looked up some videos, and it looked impossible what these people were doing. I was just like, there's no way I could do any of this. And I started practicing it in preparation for the race. And next thing I know, I'm doing a lot of these things that I said looked impossible. And I got so good, in fact, that we decided not to do the race.
Well, it's crazy because, like, that's my reaction when I see you do it, right? Because I pop into your stream all the time and I see you do speed runs. I'm like, that's way too tedious for me, man. You're like, any little slip up, you're like, now I gotta restart.
Right.
It's like, holy shit, so we gotta have a real drive.
Yeah, man. So we decided not to do the race, and because it just didn't really make sense. Because I started doing like world record strategies on part of the game, and the other guy, we were just casual players. It was supposed to be like a casual race, and I accidentally got really good. I didn't even, I didn't think I was gonna get that good, and it just happened. And from that point on, I was just like, maybe I should just be racing against myself. That's where it started. I just started speedrunning all my favorite games.
That's super cool. It's such a cool thing to see, right? Because I know you are ranked too. Like I was looking at your speedrun record chart there, and it's super crazy. Right. The amount of like, what's your favorite game that you've speedran? I would say.
Maybe Resident Evil Village. Just recently came out last year, and I started speedrunning on the maximum difficulty, which not too many people could do. And
that's
I ended up getting top 8 in the world, and it gained me a lot of notoriety in the speedrun community, and got me a lot of followers on Twitch, more than I had, and increased my viewership a lot, and that's kind of like what kind of got me more known in the speedrun community, I guess.
Yeah, that's super. It's a super niche community, and like you don't see a lot of speedrunners, so it was super cool to see someone grinding out on that. What is the hardest game that you have had to try to break?
Probably also Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, the hardest game. Man. That's
well, let's just put it this way: when you beat a game like Resident Evil Village, beating the game as a reward, they give you rewards such as like infinite ammunition for your next playthrough and like really powerful guns and things like that. It's called NG+. When they designed the maximum difficulty for Resident Evil Village, they designed it in mind that you should only be able to beat the game using those type of items, not just the base items you get when you start the game. So the fact that we can even beat it without those items is one thing, but the fact that we speed run it without those items is another level. So that's why I would say it's the hardest. You're not even supposed to be able to beat the game. So the fact that we speed run it is something very special.
Yeah, that's insane to me because like it's such a tedious thing, and then to be able to place in a game that you aren't even supposed to, like, that's baffling to me. Absolutely baffling.
Really
what
hard.
Is one game that you want to try to crack that you haven't yet?
I got a lot of the games that I've wanted to play. I really got most of them already off the checklist. I'm trying to finish Resident Evil 3 Remake on Inferno difficulty, which again is the maximum difficulty. It's probably the second hardest speedrun ever. That's really the one that I'm working on right now. I really want to get that one done, but probably Resident Evil 4 Remake when it comes out next year will be another one.
So would you say Resident Evil is your favorite game then, probably?
It's one of my favorite franchises for sure.
Yeah.
I like, Mega Man series as well.
Hell yeah.
My favorite video game is probably Zelda Breath of the Wild on Switch, but I don't think I would ever speedrun it.
I think Nintendo games in general have that different aspect and vibe to them as opposed to like your general PlayStation or console games in general. Like my next system, I told myself I gotta get a Nintendo one because my daughter would love it too, because like it's a different vibe of games, right? You get a PlayStation.
Oh, the Switch is great, dude. I'm a big PC guy, so I don't really like consoles. I would probably never buy another console again, but I will say this, in the year 2022, in this day and age, all you need to play video games is a PC and a Switch. I highly recommend the Switch. The Switch is very, very cool.
Yeah, it's something that I want to get for sure. PC gaming is just so much more inferior as to what you can do, and it's just so expensive to get into it once you really want to ground it.
It is, but it's great though. If you can get a PC, a good PC, it really is the best way to experience video games. I've been playing video
100%.
games since the 1980s, man, and there's nothing like PC, man. When I made the switch from controller to mouse and keyboard, it's a whole other planet.
Yeah, and then like your graphics settings once you actually get onto a good PC, as long as you have the optimal monitors to run it and everything, like you get such a different experience out of the full graphics out of a game.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You would on a console.
I remember, the first time I had been playing controller when I first got my PC. I said people were trying to tell me to try mouse and keyboard, and it just seemed so intimidating to me. But I said, okay, I'll try one game of Fortnite on mouse and keyboard and see how it goes. And I played one game of Fortnite. I never touched the controller again.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's crazy because I feel like a lot of people, too, when it comes to mouse and keyboard, like a lot of people, even when they have PC, veer away from mouse and keyboard because it's a harder thing to learn. But I feel like, once you get used to it,
it's way better. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Don't realize that, like, on a controller, too, right? If you look all the way left and then all the way right, you have that brief time where your finger isn't past that middle stretch yet, so your turning is actually delayed by that.
It's very slow. I was never good on analog sticks, to be perfectly honest. With the mouse and keyboard, like, I just point on your head and shoot you. That's it. It's really easy.
So let them know kind of where they can find you. Let them know your socials and stuff and where to find you at. We'll have them linked below as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly Okwerdz on everything. Twitter is Okwerdz, or Okwerdz209. Twitter and YouTube is Okwerdz. Instagram is Okwerdz209. Facebook is Okwerdz209. TikTok, I want to say, is Okwerdz209 as well. I don't really post much there, but the Twitch, I stream every week, like multiple days per week. So Okwerdz209 is, you can find me there more than anything, probably. I got, like I said, TikTok. I started, we got two different YouTubes. We got the one for the music and Battlerap stuff. It's got like millions of views. And then we've got, I just recently started a gaming one where I post all speedruns and stuff. So that was Okwerdz Gaming. You could Google just YouTube Okwerdz Gaming and that'll pop up.
How important is it do you think to get out on other platforms when you're doing this kind of venture on Twitch?
I mean, it's just like any venture in entertainment. You want to be on everything. It's just
100%.
It just is what it is. It doesn't matter if it's gaming or music or acting or whatever the fuck you do. If you're in entertainment, really not even entertainment.
Life in general.
If you had a fucking, a restaurant, you know what I mean? You would want to be on every platform. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You want to be on every platform.
I tell people all the time, they're like, well, Facebook doesn't work. And I'm like, well, if you bring one person in off it, it worked. And if you can bring one person off every platform, you got 10 people eating.
Well, some people only have Facebook.
Yep.
And if you don't have Facebook, then you miss them forever.
I heard Mr. Beast say that, and that is a genius thing to live by, right? There's people who exclusively use each platform, so if you ain't on each one, you don't.
I know a lot of people, what's your Facebook? Oh, I only use Instagram.
Not a good look.
So there's people that got banned off Twitter. You know what I mean? They can't even use Twitter, so they only got Facebook.
And it's such a hard thing to balance it all, but it's so important to find the right balance between getting at least a little bit of content out everywhere. And I stress it all the time, too. You never know what's going to work. Like, entertainment's such a vast thing that they
it changes a lot. I'm used to getting millions of views on YouTube, and, the direction everything is going is more like, these social medias are more like a resort now. All inclusive. They don't want you to leave. So it's like, if you're on Facebook, they don't want you to click on a link that goes to YouTube. They want you to watch it on Facebook. So, things are swinging in that way where it's like a video that would get, 1 million views on YouTube is now getting like 100,000 on YouTube and it's getting like 2 million on Facebook instead.
Yeah. And that's why you see people cutting different clips out of each video and throwing them everywhere.
And people, just depending who you are, what type of personality you have that people gravitate towards, people find homes on different places. I know people that have, 2 million followers on TikTok and they don't got shit on Twitter or Instagram. You know what I mean? Like that's nobody.
For example, like I'm up to 1,200 on Twitch, but I have nothing anywhere else. Like my Twitter's all GFX bots. We all know how that goes on Twitter.
Right. Yeah, this is the more places that you are, is the more places people can see you. And even, something like TikTok where the algorithm's a little different. I feel like they give people a little more of a chance to get seen on their algorithms depending on what type of content you're posting. So
YouTube Shorts as well right now, same thing. They're just pushing them out like crazy.
Yeah. You gotta be on everything for sure. Even if you don't like it, I'm not a huge TikTok fan, but I got one because I have to.
It just makes sense to do, especially those TikToks, YouTube Shorts that are actually really trying to push people right now to compete. Like TikTok started doing it, then YouTube Shorts is like, no, we're gonna do this too, and we're gonna try to push that algorithm on people. You can drop a video.
Almost anybody can get views on TikTok. It doesn't matter who you are. So like,
exactly, with no followers.
I know people. I just know random people in Stockton, like their kids, have got 1 million views on TikTok dancing. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, just try it.
And that's the world. That's the way the world's going. I feel like more people are getting out of the realm of like your generic work and finding more alternative routes of income, because we do live in a time where like you can make money doing anything, really anything at all. You just have to find the thing that you can bear doing in your niche and get it done.
And YouTube now is more like the secondary. It's like, oh, I saw this video on Facebook. Can't find it on my fucking timeline anymore. Let's search for it on YouTube to watch it again.
That's a very good point as well. That's a very good point. I feel like most people are getting their content on the Facebooks, the YouTube, or the TikToks and stuff like that.
Of course, it's really big. And YouTube is like the archive now. It used to be YouTube was where you would watch that. Now it's kind of shifting because honestly, YouTube has made a lot of stupid rules and kind of shot themselves in the foot. They kind of did it to themselves and lost their place.
Yeah, and they have been for a long time, just gradually getting worse and worse for a lot of people as well.
Yeah, they lost their place, man. They had it and they lost it.
Do you think
where
is going with some of their changes is in the right direction? Like with their getting rid of hosting, they're bringing in that guest star feature. I don't know if you saw that. I think that could be a really cool feature. Do you think Twitch is kind of going in a good direction?
What, they're not doing raids anymore? Is that what you're saying?
No, hosts. So you can't host someone anymore. How you used to be able to feature them on your page. That is no longer a thing. They got rid of that.
Interesting. I mean, I don't see what good it would do or what bad it, like why.
So the point it kind of caused an uproar in the Twitch community, and the way I pointed it out to people was, have you ever watched a Twitch host before from someone else's channel? Well, they say yes, and then I'm like, well, did you know you can't see chat in a host? They were like, oh no, and I'm like, so what difference does it really make? Now the guest star feature that they're doing is actually
I saw it. I didn't really look into what exactly it was though.
So essentially what it looks like is you would be able to do your speed runs essentially without linking, like without doing it like this. We'd be able to do this on Twitch just through OBS with a link. So you would get a link generated, put it into your OBS, and then your streams would basically grab his and put it there as well.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
It could be a really cool feature.
I could see it being useful.
Yeah, I think that Twitch is trying to do those little steps to eliminate OBS or to eliminate.
Well, they have like collaboration stuff before, but it's only available to partners. So maybe this is kind of like their civilian version of that.
It's in beta, so hopefully we see it do good. With that being said, is there anything you want to plug before we get it done with today?
I would say just follow me on Twitch. We do speed runs almost every day, really, at this point. Check out the music. Check out the rap battles. If you just type Okwerdz in on YouTube, you're going to be sent down a rabbit hole or fucking whatever. New vinyl with Method Man coming out. Check out the music video. It's online now. You can download it, listen to it on Spotify, all that good stuff. I mean, that's really the main stuff we got going on.
And we'll have all those links down below as well. Make sure you guys check out Okwerdz, guys. He's a fantastic hip-hop artist, fantastic speedrunner, fantastic streamer. Glad we got to do this today, my friend.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This has been episode 4 of the Odd Squad podcast. Peace.